Okay, we're going to look at a new equation of a straight line today. We know that there's y equals mx plus c, but there's an alternative that we can use for the equation of a straight line called y minus b equals m bracket x minus a. Okay, so let's start with some information to get going. Y minus b equals m bracket x minus a is the equation of a straight line. Where m is the gradient and AB is any point that lies on the line. Okay, so M is the gradient and AB is any point that lies on the line. The first thing I'm going to do to get going here is just prove that this equation represents a straight line. So let's just do a short bit of work with this. You wouldn't be asked to prove this, but it's still good to know. Okay, so let's say that we've got a point here which we're going to call AB. So A being the x coordinate and B being the y coordinate, and another point up here which we're going to call XY, x being the x coordinate and y being the y coordinate. Okay, so remember that the gradient is the steepness of the line. So the gradient here can be given by, well, using that y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 approach, it would be y minus b over x minus a. Okay, we can then write m as m over 1. So we're allowed to do that because anything divided by 1 is just itself, so m could be written as m over 1. I can then cross multiply y minus b times 1, which is y minus b is equal to m times x minus a. And that gives me the equation of a straight line where m is the gradient and AB is any point that lies on the line. So now what we've got is two equations that can find as straight lines. The first being y equals mx plus c, and the second now being y minus b equals m bracket x minus a. Either of these equations can be applied to find the equation of a straight line. Now we'll talk a wee bit later as to why there's two alternatives here. But for the meantime, let's just get used to using this equation. Okay, so first of all, let's clarify what information we need. So y minus b equals m bracket x minus a, so we need the gradient and we need any point that lies on the line. Now, crucially, that is any point that lies on the line. It doesn't need to be any particular point. It's just any point that lies on the line, but crucially, it must lie on the line. Okay, so let's say, for example, that that was the point 2, 4, and this would be the point 4, 8. So we're going to use y minus b equals m bracket x minus a to find the equation of this straight line. Okay, the first x coordinate, first y coordinate, second x coordinate, second y coordinate, and we're finding the gradient as normal here. So m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So that's going to be 8 minus 4 over 4 minus 2. Okay, 8 minus 4 is 4, 4 minus 2 is 2, 4 divided by 2, and the gradient of the line is 2. So we're going to use this equation now, y minus b equals m bracket x minus a. We're going to then choose a point that lies on the line. So it doesn't need to be any point in particular, it just needs to be a point that lies on the line. Okay, so I've got two options, which is the point 2, 4 or the point 4, 8. Now, if I was to try 2, 4 and work it out, and then if someone else was to try 4, 8 and work it out, we would find that we would get the same answer, so we don't need to think too much about that one. So I'm going to choose the point 2, 4. So the point 2, 4 now represents AB, so you can see clearly then that A would be 2 and B would be 4. So we just feed that into the equation of the straight line now. we've got the point AB and we've got the gradient. As you can see, the gradient is 2 and there's the point 2, 4. So y minus b equals m bracket x minus a. So y minus, well, the three things we need here is we need a, we need b, and we need m, and we sub them into here, here, and here. So what's b? Well, there we go. B is equal to 4, so it's y minus 4 equals, what's the gradient? The gradient is 2, so m is equal to 2, bracket x minus what's a is equal to 2. Okay, y minus 4 is equal to 2x minus 4. I can then bring that across to the other side, change sign. That minus 4 will go across, become plus 4, and that's y equals 2x minus 4 plus 4. These two cancel out to give me a final answer, which is y equals 2x. Now we're going to do a few of these examples just to make sure that you're comfortable with them. So let's do an example 2. Okay, so we've got an example 2, and this time we've got a point 1, 3, and a point which is going to be 3, 7. Okay, and we're going to use y minus b equals m bracket x minus a. We can choose any of the points on the line and call it AB. So I'm not going to think about this one too much. I'm just going to pick a point. I'm going to pick this one, and I'm going to say that that is point A, B, 3, 7. So A is 3, B is 7. So the three things we need here is A, B, which we've got, and the gradient. Okay, so the gradient formula, remember, is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so that's first x coordinate x1, first y coordinate y1, second x coordinate x2, second y coordinate y2. Then it's just a straight substitution. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so that's going to be 7 minus 3 over 3 minus 1. 7 minus 3 is 4, 3 minus 1 is 2. 4 divided by 2, and that's 2. Okay, so the gradient is 2. I've got the point AB, which is 3, 7. And I can put that into the equation y minus b equals m bracket x minus a. So just to clarify again, m is equal to 2, a is equal to 3, and b is equal to 7. So let's feed that all in. That'll be y minus 7 is equal to 2 bracket x minus 3. Y minus 7 is equal to 2x minus 6. I'm now going to bring that minus 7 across to the other side and change its sign. That will become plus 7, so that will be y equals 2x minus 6 plus 7. Let's just tidy that up then. Minus 6 plus 7, be careful, that gives you plus 1. So final answer then is y equals 2x plus 1. Okay, let's try an example 3. Okay, this time we've got the point 2, 5 and a point 5, 11. Okay, so let's choose one of the points and call it AB. So this time I'm going to choose just at random that point and call it AB. So AB is 2, 5. Okay, let's find the gradient. How do we find the gradient? Same as usual, m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so first x coordinate, first y coordinate, second x coordinate, second y coordinate. M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. 11 minus 5 over 5 minus 2. 11 minus 5 is 6, 5 minus 2 is 3, 6 divided by 3, that's 2. I've got the point AB, which is 2, 5, and let's feed that into y minus b equals m bracket x minus a. Okay, so a is 2, b is 5, m is 2, let's put all that in. Y minus 5 is equal to 2 bracket x minus 2. y minus 5 equals 2x minus 4. Bring the minus 5 across, change its sign, change sign, so that'll be 2x minus 4 plus 5. Just be careful, minus 4 plus 5 is plus 1, and that's y equals 2x plus 1, final answer. Okay, let's try an example 4. Okay, this time we've got a point here which is 1 minus 3, and a point here which is 3 9. Okay, so I'm going to choose one of the points and call it AB. So any point at random, doesn't matter. So this time I'm going to choose this one, 1 minus 3. And I need to now find the gradient. So first x coordinate, first y coordinate, second x coordinate, second y coordinate. Remember that I label them from left to right. So the first point I can see is this one. So that's x1, y1. Second point is this one, x2, y2. Okay, so m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Straight substitution, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now be careful here, it's not 9 minus 3, it's 9 minus 3 over 3 minus 1. Okay, remember that two negatives flush together become a plus, so that's 9 plus 3. Well, 3 take away 1 is 2, 9 plus 3 is 12, 12 over 2 is 6. So the gradient of the line is 6. I'm now going to use the point 1 minus 3 and call that AB. I could have used 3, 9, I would get the same answer. So y minus b equals m bracket x minus a. And I'm using the point 1 minus 3 to be a, b. Okay, so y minus b, y minus 3, so it's not y minus 3, it's y minus 3 is equal to the gradient m, which is 6 bracket x minus a minus 1. Okay, two negatives together will become plus, so that will be y plus 3 equals 6x minus 6. I'll then bring that across, change its sign. Y equals 6x minus 6 minus 3. Y equals 6x minus 9. Final answer. Okay, let's try an example 5. Okay, this time we've got a straight line which goes through the point minus 4 minus 3, and it also goes through 2, 3. Okay, so let's take a point and call it AB. Doesn't matter which one. I could use this one. I'm going to use this one just because it's maybe a wee bit trickier, which is probably a good thing for us to have a look at. But 2, 3 would be acceptable. But let's try minus 4 minus 3 and say that that is the point AB. Okay. Next move after that, let's find the gradient. So x1, y1, x2, y2. M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Straight substitution, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so it's 3 minus 3 over 2 minus 4. Okay, two negatives flush together become a plus, so that's 3 minus 3 is 3 plus 3 over 2 minus 4 is 2 plus 4. 3 plus 3 is 6, 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 divided by 6, and that is 1. Okay, so the gradient is 1, I've got my point AB, so straight to y minus b equals m bracket x minus a. So y minus b, well, b is minus 3, so it's going to be y minus 3 is equal to the gradient, which is 1 bracket x minus a. A is minus 4, so that's x minus 4. Okay, so that'll be y plus 3 is equal to 1 bracket x plus 4. So one lot of a bracket, well, it's just easy. 1 times x is x, and 1 times 4 is 4. And then going to bring that 3 to the other side and change its sign, and that will be y equals plus 4 minus 3. Tidy that up, and that will be y equals x plus 1, final answer. Now, just to finish off the stuff, where this equation is useful as opposed to y equals mx plus c is it allows me easily to find the equation of the straight line when I do not have the y-intercept. Now, every equation that we've done so far, before the ones that we've looked at today, you were always given the y-intercept, which makes it convenient to use y equals mx plus c. But if you're not given the y-intercept, which we haven't been given in the last 5 or 6 examples, then you're better off using this equation here, y minus b equals m bracket x minus a.